Hey guys, welcome to another Zeilhan WordPress tutorial. This one is actually pretty interesting. I like this tutorial. This tutorial, we are going to be learning how to make this food blog. Now, the interesting thing about this food blog is that it's really easy to set up. As you can see, the tutorial is less than 1 hour and 30 minutes long. You're going to learn everything, the whole 9 yards, from getting your domain name, that's this thing right here, to setting up hosting, to getting this beautiful website, to writing blog posts, getting pictures for your posts. So for example, this post that we have right here is a post that we wrote. You're going to learn how to actually get pictures for your post, free copyright-free pictures, right? Copyright-free pictures for your posts that you can use without getting a lawsuit being filed against you. You're going to learn how to set up this exact blog, how to do SEO for your blog, SEO for your website. SEO is going to be important because when you do SEO, search engine optimization, it's going to mean that people can see your blog, see your posts, and from there, they can read your posts, become readers, and you can make money from that. We haven't looked at monetizing your blog in this tutorial. Matter of fact, I think we're going to do a dedicated video about that in the future. But if you're very interested in learning more, just go ahead and hit subscribe. Once that video is out, you're going to learn how to do that. We created this post, we created this page. You can take a look at the actual blog post. You will have the picture, you will have some pictures, a bit of words or a few words on the post. Then you can have the ingredients that you can tick off as you go about, getting your recipe lists together. You have the cooking directions, and you have previous and next post. Now, the thing about this blog that I really like, guys, it's very easy to set up. Like I said, it is free. And what we've built here, everything that we do in this tutorial, is available for free download in the link in the description. However, in the future, we're not going to be allowing any more free downloads, and we're not going to be doing free clarity calls. So normally you could get the website to download for free. This will be our last free download website, and we're not going to be offering free calls anymore. The reason is because when we do things for free, people automatically think that our value isn't there. So everything is going to be paid going forward. Look forward to that. But we will continue to teach you for free how to make these websites. So we've talked enough. We know what we're going to be learning. It's pretty awesome, pretty amazing if you ask me. So let's get started. All right, to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to get our domain name and we're going to set up our website hosting. The way we're going to go about this is not the way that they normally do it. And here's what I mean. In the description of this video, there's going to be a link to different website hosts. We're going to have Name Hero and a few others. What we're going to do is we are going to get our domain name from Name Hero. All right. So you're going to click on the link in the description. It's going to take you to Name Hero. Hopefully you don't have to go through reCAPTCHA like I have to go through here. And then it's going to take you to Name Hero. The domain name is going to be your .com, your .co, your .org. The name of your website, the website address. So google.com, namehero.com, that's the domain name. Most times it's going to be your businessname.com. So if your business is Pete's Pizzas, it's going to be petespizzas.com. And sometimes it can be .co.uk depending on what you'd like. And then after that, you're going to set up what's called hosting. Hosting is going to be the computer that is on 24/7 or the server that is on 24/7. That's going to make your website available across the globe. What we're going to do that's different, and I'm going to show you how to do it the regular way. We're not going to be using shared hosting, that is Name Hero. We're going to be using managed hosting, because the managed hosting solution we're going to be using is a little bit price flexible, but it offers a lot more power. What we're going to do here is that instead of using Name Hero for the domain name and the hosting, like most of the YouTube tutorials, we're going to go a little bit more advanced, where we can use more advanced and better web servers like Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud, for example. Or we can go cheaper and use DigitalOcean or Vultr or Linode. And we're going to get this by using Cloudways. So here's what we're going to do. On Name Hero's homepage, namehero.com, we're going to click domains. We're just going to purchase a domain. So I'm going to type Zeilhan tutorials. And I'm not going to be using .com this time. I'm going to be using .co.uk. I know I am not in the UK. So we have .com. That's added from my previous session, because I was trying to set up hosting. But don't worry about it. It's going to be the same process. what I want is .co.uk. So there are different domain names. We're just going to go with the .co.uk option because it is cheap. It's added to cart. Now I'm going to click on the cart. I am going to remove the hosting that is there. So it says here that if you plan on purchasing web hosting with name here, and this is the most important part, because remember I told you that we're not going to be hosting with name hero in this situation. But if you're using name hero as a host, you click continue and then you can purchase your hosting and you can go from there. But we're not going to be using name hero. I am going to leave the name servers as is though, because I don't yet know the name servers for the host that I'm going to be getting. So we'll get that later. So this part right here, zeilhantutorials.com, is from the previous part of the tutorial that you guys probably won't see when I was trying to get hosting from Name Hero and it was not working. In another tutorial, I'll show you how to get Name Hero hosting. But right now it's not working. The checkout page is crashing. So let's hope it doesn't happen with the domain name. So zeilhantutorials.co.uk, email forwarding, DNS management. You can get those. This is just a tutorial for me. I don't need it, so I won't get them, but you can get them. You can read it. Basically makes your website available faster and it makes you have all your emails in one inbox. Perfectly fine. Not a big deal for me. So we're going to continue. All right. So I don't need the .com. Let's remove that. No savings. We are going to create a new account. All right. So once you've created your account, all right, guys, so you're going to create your account, first name, last name, email address, etc., your billing address, and all of that good stuff. Once you have created your account, you're going to go ahead and select your payment method, enter your payment details, all right, and you have read and agreed to the terms of service, and you check out. And that's what it's going to be. I already have an account with Name Hero. I think I'm going to go ahead and use that existing customer account because I just need a domain name. I don't need a separate account. When I'm doing the hosting tutorial for you guys again, then we'll get a new account. So I'm just going to use the existing customer login. You're going to log in. Everything is as I'd like it. Read and agreed to the terms of service. And we are going to check out now. All right. So let's go ahead and check out. All right, order placed, continue to client area because we're going to need this section. Now I do have 8 domains here. I've had more, some are expired, some not so expired. We're going to click on domains. We are going to go all the way over to Zeilhan Tutorials. Let me just make myself a little bit smaller. zeilhantutorials.co.uk. We are going to click on this one. Click on it. And everything is as we would like it to be. No SSL, perfectly fine. We'll set that up very soon. So now that we have this set up, and remember guys, once you set up your account, you're going to want to go to your email address that you used, and you're going to want to get all the good stuff happening, like getting your confirmation code and everything like that. You can go ahead and do that. I already had an account. That's something I need to show you. Now for the hosting that we're going to be using this time is Cloudways. And Cloudways is it's something that I love because you can choose where you host your website, at which server. It can be Google Cloud, it can be Amazon Web Services for higher performance websites. So like my most important clients with like e-commerce platforms and so on, always AWS, always Google Cloud. Or you can go with something a bit more budget friendly. For this tutorial, we're going to use that. I'm going to be using Vultr. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new account with Cloudways because I'm actually going to be getting website hosting. Now, Cloudways is very beautiful. I won't ramble on too much. We're just going to get started. So we're going to say start free. I am going to sign up with my Google account. You can just enter first name, last name, and so on. Everybody can do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the Google method. So I'm going to click continue with Google. I'm going to select the email address. I'm going to continue. All right. So now I need to set a password. I'm just going to select a strong password. I will describe myself as I'm a lot of things right now. So I'm going to say digital agency for this person. Yeah, I'm just going to say digital agency. My hosting spend is 50 to 250. I agree to the terms of service, privacy policy. I am going to continue. To activate your account, sign in. All right. So submit details. All right, guys, good news. So my Cloudways account has been activated. Woohoo! It took a few days, but I'll show you the process. So to get activated, you just need to go to cloudways.com. All right, so you apply for an account, then you actually go to cloudways.com. Let me get my chat out of the way, and it's going to be right there. And when you go to cloudways.com, you're going to click send a message. All right, send us a message, go to verification. Once you go to verification, it's going to automatically apply with the instructions to get verified. So I literally did all of this. So I sent them the email account that I used to sign up. I sent them links to my Twitter and LinkedIn accounts. I sent them my company's website, which, Zeilhan.com. I sent them my ID. So I used my driver's license. And I also sent them my contact number. So I used two socials. I used my company's website. I used the email address, my driver's license, government issued ID. And within about 3 or 4 hours, I was verified. So we're verified. We are going to log in and activate. I understand the risks. Take me there. All right, this is good. So here's what we're going to be doing. Let's get started. Okay, so here it's telling us you can deploy more apps once your first server is ready. So to set up a WordPress install, we're just going to click next right here. And I'm going to call this, all right, go next. Actually, I need to name it first app. First app. I'm going to call this first server. And I'm going to call this startup project. I'm just going to install startup project. And we go next. So it's saying that I can only use DigitalOcean, AWS, and Google. So let's just go ahead, set up that. Select your desired server size. I'm just doing a test website, so I can just go with a 1 gig regular server, but most times you're going to go with a 2 gig high performance. All right, so I'm just going to go with my 1 gig regular server. Let's go next. So the location I'm going to use is actually Miami. If I can use Miami, it doesn't seem like Miami is one of the options. I'll just go with New York for now then. So try to a blazing platform with 3-day trial, no credit card. Yes, let's go on. I'm perfectly fine. You're all set. And so I'm going to launch now. And remember, this is a WordPress install. You can also go with a multi-site. So that's a WordPress multi-site, and you can go with a WooCommerce installation. So I'm just going to go ahead and launch now. So it's adding my server. All right, first server has been created. Our server is here. We have an application. So after you've made your server, this is the most important part. After you've made your server, so you're going to go to dashboard. We have a server right here. So we have a server installed. Here's what you're going to do next. You're going to click on your server. You're going to copy the public IP. You're going to log into your name here, client section. When you log into your name here, client section, you're going to go to DNS management. At DNS management, you're going to add at a record, and you're going to paste in the IP address and save changes. So this is what you will have when you're done. Once you've done that, I want you to copy your website URL. I want you to go incognito and go to DNS checker. All right. DNS checker. You're going to paste in the URL. You're going to search the A records. The address that you see right here should be the same address from your Cloudways IP, and it should also be the same for your A record. And what DNS checker is basically saying to you, it is telling you that, all right, your website domain is available across the globe on this server. This is the IP address for your server. This is the A record for it. And that's all you need to do. If you go to Name Hero, or you go to your public register, your DNS, or you go to your domain name register, and they don't have the option to add the A record, open a support ticket, tell them that this is the IP address for your Cloudways server. You'd like to have them added to your domain so you can use Cloudways for your domain. Once that is done, you're going to go back to Cloudways. All right. You're going to go to your first app. This is your WordPress install. You're ready to use this. So you're just going to click on this. You have two URLs right here. You're going to have the application URL. If you click here, it takes you to the actual website. And if you click here, it takes you to the admin panel. You copy the login URL and you copy the password. You're going to paste it in and you can log in. So the next thing that you're going to do after you've seen the IP The next thing you're going to do is you're going to copy the domain name. You're going to go back to Cloudways. You're going to go to domain management. The default, the primary is going to be this long, ugly URL that you can't share with anyone. You're going to do is you're going to add domain. You're going to paste in your URL, and then you're going to add domain. After you've added the domain, it's going to appear, but it's going to be here. You're just going to right click and make primary for the actual domain. Once that is done, it still won't work because you need to have SSL. You need to have an SSL certificate installed. So to install the SSL certificate, you're going to go to SSL certificate. Let's encrypt. You're going to use your email address. I'm just going to use one for the business, and you're going to paste in your domain, and you're going to install SSL certificate. Once the SSL certificate is installed, we're going to go to incognito. We're going to paste the URL. We're going to see if it works. And it works. Now to go to your admin address, you're just going to right click here. You're going to say WP admin. Once that happens, you're going to go back to Cloudways, access details, copy and paste your email address, copy and paste your password, and you're going to log in. And there you go. All right, guys, so we're at a very interesting place in the tutorial because we actually have a website right now. So as we saw in the preview, we can just go ahead and take a look at our site, go to my blog right here and visit site. So we actually have a website. We actually have our blog set up at this point, and it's not much. I promise you. I promise you we're going to get to something pretty darn amazing right now, all right? We're going to get to something amazing in terms of what our website looks like and how it can work. But before we can do that, we're going to have to understand what themes are. So the website looks like this because of the theme that's activated. So we're going to have to explain WordPress themes. Then we're going to also have to understand what WordPress plugins are. After we've learned what plugins and themes are, then we're going to actually get to our website. So before we get to that, because that's the most important part of the tutorial, actually getting our website set up, right? Before we get to that, we're going to have to do something called SEO, search engine optimization. And SEO basically, guys, as I would always say, is when you go to Google and you type in Nike Air Jordan, you're going to see some results come up. That's search engine optimization. You're optimizing your website for search engine results. And you do that because you want traffic to come to your blog. When you get more traffic on your blog, then you're going to have more website visitors that can be converted to email subscribers, that can make an affiliate purchase, that can help with your Google AdSense revenue. So we're going to have to do some SEO. Simple step, go to my blog dashboard. You're going to go to settings and permalinks. And you're going to change your permalink structure from their name to post name. All right. Now, when you change your permalink structure from their name to post name, what you're actually doing is you're saying to Google and to website searchers that mywebsite.com/desserts is what this page is about. And that's a lot more descriptive than mywebsite.com/ the 24th of the 5th, 2000. The 24th of the 5th, 2024. That's just a date. Nobody knows what's so significant about that. So go to post name and you're going to save changes. That's basically just your URL structure. That's right up here. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to settings general. All right. We are going to have to change our site title. And this is also some SEO. We're going to put our blog name or business name. So this is going to be Zeilhan. Then the pipe is the icon where you press shift and the icon or the button above enter. So pipe. And then you're going to type in a search term that your ideal website visitor would search for. So the best Thai cuisine recipes or the best vegan Thai recipes. So I'm vegan, right? So I'm going to put the best vegan recipes in 10 minutes. The best 10-minute vegan recipes. All right. And that's really simple. But it's really powerful because a lot of web searches are going to be about quick vegan recipes, fast vegan recipes, healthy. Vegan tends to be healthy, right? High protein vegan recipes, that's something that you could also choose. Whatever it is that your ideal website visitor would search for, and you want that to be what your website ranks for, you want when those search terms are entered, your blog appears. You put that, you're going to copy that description, and you're going to paste it in the tagline section of the website. Going to scroll all the way to the bottom. At the bottom, you are going to change your time zone to where you are. I'm in Jamaica at the moment, And this is important because it helps you with statistics and reports and so on. You need to know in your time zone when something happened. So change your time zone, all right? I'm going to keep the date format, but I'm going to change the time format, and I'm also going to start my weeks on Sundays. All right, so that's good. Now we're going to get to the meatier matters of things. We are going to learn what themes and plugins are. So let's start with plugins, because plugins work with themes. Themes are the overall structure. So in a simple term, what are WordPress plugins? WordPress plugins add features to your WordPress website in much a similar way that adding an app add features to your smartphone. So you can install an app for instant messaging, that's WhatsApp. You can install an app for short videos, that would be TikTok. You can install an app for sharing photos, that would be Instagram. You can install an app for listening music. Shout out to Spotify. All right. By the way, they don't sponsor this video, so all right. So how do you add and remove WordPress plugins from your website? Well, you're going to go to plugins and install plugins. You're going to see a few plugins here. The first one that you're going to notice that I have that you don't have is WP Server Security Anti-Spam and Malware Scan. That's the plugin that I've installed to protect this website while I start a tutorial. I've never put up I don't put up websites without some form of security. You're surprised how quickly you can get infected with spam and malware. By the way, guys, we're going to protect your website in the next few minutes. So even if you're a bit tired, please just muscle through and get these next steps done. So at least you can rest well knowing that your website is protected and your work is safe. So to remove the plugin, you can just hit delete right here. All right. Or you can click right here and unselect the ones that you don't want to affect, and you can click delete and then apply, but I'm not going to do that just yet. To add a plugin, you just click add plugin, or you can go to plugins, add new plugin. For this one, we're doing a recipe blog. So I guess we can go with recipes. Just search for what kind of top plugins are available for recipes. And it says WP Recipe Maker, the easy and user-friendly recipe plugin for everyone. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to actually add this to our tutorial just to see how it works and go from there. Because if you can have a plugin to make your recipes more interactive, like a checklist and so on, which I know the JNews theme does, that's going to be beautiful. So just go ahead and install this plugin. One of the things that you can do with plugins, which is really cool, you can actually click on the plugin and you can see what it does, the features, all right? You can see what it looks like in the screenshots, all right? Oh, this is actually pretty darn beautiful. Look at that. So I think we're going to keep this plugin, guys. We're going to keep this plugin at the end of the tutorial. You can check the chapters below. You can learn how to use it. So I'm going to keep this plugin. All right, then. Close, because we've installed. Then you activate. Just as you need to activate an app after you've installed it, you need to activate your plugin after you've installed it. It says to refresh now so that the changes may occur. That is good. And it's right here, WP Recipe Maker. And you click on it, there's a dashboard, start onboarding, etc., etc. All right, that's beautiful. Now we're just going to remove the plugins that we don't need. So go to plugins, install plugins. The security tip here is that if there's a plugin on your blog that you're not using, deactivate and delete. So we can't just delete Recipe Maker. We have to deactivate it. All right, so I'm going to deactivate it for now. And then after you deactivate it, you can delete. Not using Akismet anti-spam because we get that from WP Server. Just going to go ahead and delete that. All right, beautiful. Now that we've learned what plugins are, plugins work with themes. You need to have at least one theme installed. You don't need to have a plugin installed. We can delete all these plugins and the website will be fine. So let's go to themes. You need to have a theme installed. So what are themes? Themes is basically like the structure of your website. It's the operating system equivalent, right, of your phone or your desktop. So whenever you use your computer, your Mac or your Windows device, you're going to see iOS versions or you're going to see a Windows version. And it's the same thing with your smartphone. That would be similar to the theme. You can only have one of those installed and working at a time, right? And you need to have one for the device to work. It's the same thing with your website. You need to have a theme installed for the website to work. To change theme, to view themes, to delete themes, you just go to Appearance and Themes. The current look of our website right here. This look is because of the theme. You can take a look at one of these other themes. These 2021, 2, 3, and 4 themes are from the company that owns WordPress called Automatic. And they're very good, they're very stable, but they aren't as exciting and effective as we would like. So you can just go ahead and preview this theme just to see what it would look like. And you will notice all the structure of your website changes. So if we had this theme activated, this is how our website would look. Not very exciting. This is what it looks like now. Still not very exciting. So let's get some real themes installed, all right? So it's going to go back. We're going to have to go again to Appearance and Themes. We're not going to be using these themes, so we're going to delete 2 of them. I like to keep just one just in case the theme that I install stops working for some reason. There's a theme that's stable to fall back on. So I'm going to keep 2024, but I'm going to delete 2022, and I'm going to delete 2023. And remember, guys, the finished website files that we're working on are going to be free and available for download in the description. So now we're going to add new theme. We're going to go with the Kadence theme. So let's go ahead to add new theme. You are going to see Kadence on the popular. It's actually one of the most popular themes. We've also worked with Astra. We've done some work with Bloxy. And I myself haven't done a tutorial on it, but I've used Elementor, Hello Elementor, quite extensively, which is very beautiful. For this tutorial, we're going to go with the Kadence theme. It's for some reason you don't see the Kadence theme here. You're just going to go to search themes and you're going to type Kadence. It's already typed, so I'm just going to click on it. The Kadence theme will appear. You're going to click install. After you've installed, you're going to activate. Now it says install AI starter templates. We're not going to go with that, or because, well, if you see this message, go ahead and install starter templates. All right. But if you don't see this message, just close, just go to plugins, add new plugin. You are going to start typing Kadence. Okay, so that's not Kadence. This is if only I could type, guys. If only I could type. So I'm going to type Kadence and AI powered starter templates by Kadence. We're going to go ahead and hit install. So if you don't see the message, you can go ahead and install now. And these are very powerful and effective plugins. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is actually pretty beautiful. These are really good plugins that I've loved working with. This one as well. Now we're going to activate. And once activated, we're going to refresh. After we've refreshed, we are going to go to Appearance, Kadence, Starter Templates. All right. We're going to use the classic starter templates for this exercise. And these are all pro. I'm going to go with one of the free only versions to just remove the options that we have to pay for. And the thing is, guys, you could go blog, but it's not going to appear the one that we're going to use. We actually see food photography here. And you see, for this step, if you like this starter template, you can actually go with it. That's the beauty about this tutorial. The beauty about the tutorial is that I'm not just teaching you how to build this specific blog. I'm teaching you how to build any blog. All right. So you can use this if you like. This is not the one that I want to use. So I'm just going to go back. We are going to keep free only. We are going to scroll all the way down until we see the recipe blog. Or, well, I think it's called recipe. So we're just going to keep scrolling. And it says here recipe blog. This is the one that we need. Let's go ahead and click on that. One of the things that I like is you can go ahead and change your default colors. So if you click right here, you're going to see the blues. You're going to see the reds. You're going to see the greens. You're going to see the oranges. And you notice the buttons are changing and so on and so forth. So I am going to keep it as default, right? Because we're going to do some changes a little bit later, right? So for now, we're just going to keep it default. The fonts are fine as well. I think this is good for a vegan restaurant. So we're not going to change, but you can go ahead and select a different font. And you notice that the font changes the look and feel of the blog, right? This is something that we've discussed. So it's going to clear selection and we're going to click next. I'm going to import the full site. All right, so we're going to click next. So these are all plugins that you can install with your template. And these 2 are required. So we perhaps won't need the recipe plugin that we had because this one is here already. But it says solid security, which is something we're going to do in our security going forward. So in the next 5 or so minutes, we're going to actually add website security. So let's go ahead with solid security and take restaurant orders online with Orderable. This could be a good tutorial in the future. So go ahead and hit subscribe if you'd like to see that. Let's go ahead and finish and launch. Yes, go ahead and start import. All right, the installation has been successful. Let's go ahead and see my site. This is our website. So this is where we're coming from. And this is where we are. Started from the bottom, now we're here, huh? All right, guys. So this is looking beautiful. You know, the interesting thing is you can copy your URL and you can paste it in your WhatsApp and in your email and in your social media. Say, hey guys, check out my new recipe blog. And this would be your website, guys. This is pretty awesome. Zeilhan food blog, the best 10-minute vegan recipes. I absolutely love this. Like, this is legit beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. Congratulations on your new website. You have done excellent. You've done well. All right, so because we have our website and it's beautiful, we're going to need to protect it. But before we protect it, we need to also remember that these aren't our recipes. So we view recipes, and these are not our recipes because chocolate chip might not be vegan. Barbecue chicken pizza is definitely not vegan. Or Chipotle, well, Chipotle burger might be good. What is Chipotle? Is it beans or is it like meat? I don't know. So we're going to make this vegan. Oh, well, we're going to make this your blog, whatever it is that you want to write about. So before we do that, we have to put up our under construction page. And the reason I put that up is because even though we're proud of what we have here, we need to put in our content so that our viewers, our readers can find it and build a relationship with us, and eventually, we make money from that. So to do that, we're going to go back to our dashboard with a feature that we're going to be adding to our website. So that's basically a plugin. We're going to go to plugins and we're going to add new plugin. We are going to dismiss. All right, that's good. We're going to search for the under construction. So let's type for construction. And we're going to install. We are going to activate, refresh. We are going to go to settings, dismiss. We're going to the design, and we are going to select one of the free ones, the ones that doesn't have the star. So we'll just go ahead and select one of these. What we'll do is we'll just use this one, people at work number 2, and going to activate. Now, if someone goes to your website, they're still going to see. So let's go to incognito. All right, you can still see the website. All right, that means that it's not yet activated, because when it's activated, you shouldn't see this, right? Normal visitors shouldn't see this. It's going to close, and we're going to go to under construction and we're going to turn on. Now, if someone visits your website, this is what they're going to see, which is really good. This is very effective, I think. All right, so this is good because we're working on our website and we don't want website visitors to see it. So let's close incognito. If we visit the site though, so if we visit the site, it actually works. All right, so we just close this option. We visit the site and it works. So if you want your friends and family to see your website, there are 2 ways you can go about it. First, you can just turn off under construction mode by just clicking here. Then now, let me go back to dashboard so I can incognito. Then now when they visit the site, it's going to actually be open. There's that. The other thing that you can do is, so you turn that back on. The other thing that you can do is you can go to users, add new user, and you can create an account for them as an admin or an editor. I think they'll see it as an editor as well. Don't give admin access to anyone except those people you trust, because they can use that to take your site. There are ways to get it back, but they can definitely use it to take your site and cause some major harm. So you create an account for them, give them the login information, and the login URL is going to be your website.com/WP admin. That's your login URL, and that's so they can see it. Now that under construction is set up, we're going to go with some website security. I remember that we installed Solid Security, and I don't see it. So I thought we installed Solid Security. It's not there. So we're going to go to add new plugins. We are going to type security. We are going to go ahead and install Solid Security because I thought it was installed before. We're going to also install Sucuri. And you can type in the name of all these plugins if you don't see them here, guys. You can install really simple SSL, and you can install UpdraftPlus. So we're looking for UpdraftPlus. It is not there. All right, so we're just going to type Updraft, and we're going to install Updraft. Now, we're going to be a bit quick in this security section, but we have a detailed website security tutorial in the description below. You can go ahead and watch that tutorial if you want to get better details or more walkthrough, more hand-holding version of securing your website. So we're going to go to plugins, install plugins. We're going to start with really simple SSL. Before you get started, I want you guys to know that at any point in time during this part of the tutorial, you might get logged out of your website. The way to avoid that, well, You can't avoid it, but the way to prepare for that is to go to users, profile, and ensure you have your password. If you don't know, remember your password, just go ahead and set new password and save your username and password. That way, when you're logged out, you can log back in. So we're going to go back to plugins, install plugins. We are going to activate Really Simple SSL. After installing Really Simple SSL, we are going to activate SSL. We are going to skip in this version. We're going to enable in this version. We are going to skip because I don't need this, but you can go ahead and save and continue. I'm not going to install these plugins. You should install these plugins. Burst Statistic is going to be good. So we're going to go ahead and install them because they're going to be very useful for what you're doing. And we're going to finish. So we're not going to add these pro plugins. All right. That's it for Really Simple SSL. Very straight to the point. The next plugin is going to be Sucuri. So just go ahead and plugins, install plugins. We are going to go to Sucuri. We're going to activate Sucuri. We're going to go to Sucuri right here. We're going to go to settings. We're going to go to hardening. Enable website firewall protection. This requires a premium key if you are one of our clients. So you want to get this website or this blog built or some other blog or business set up. Our team can do it for you. If that is the case, then you will enjoy premium security protection from Sucuri. All right. So you need a premium plugin license for that. So if you click apply hardening, it's not going to work. All right. So you're going to need that. However, we're going to activate everything else in terms of hardening. We're going to activate secret keys updater last. And the reason is because every time we change something here, this is going to get updated. All right. So I'm going to speed through this part a bit. Now we're going to apply hardening. And that's good. All right, now the next plugin we're going to install is activate is solid security. Just go ahead and activate. And by the way, your security is already better than 90% of most websites, guys. Really good. Let's go for the jugular at this stage. So solid security, we're going to go to settings. We're going to have the setup. All right, so now we've been logged out, like I said. Just go ahead and enter username and password, log back in. All right, now that we're here, we're definitely a blog. All right, we're going to enable Security Check Pro. All right, we are going to do it on our own website and enforce password policy. All right, we're going to authorize our IP address, and I'm going to check my IP as well. Everything is good. We're going to go next. I won't enable two-factor authentication, but you can do that. Our firewall rules are fine. Site check, we can schedule a site scan. I would recommend that perhaps once a day or once every 3 days if you'd like. And utilities is fine. So let's go to next. Default user groups is good. We are not going to change anything here. Just go to next. And this is good. So complete setup and allow it to do its thing. All right, so now that all that's done, let's go to our dashboard. And here we go. Beautiful. We can configure firewall, might be a pro. You can back up your database, but we're going to actually do some website backups now. So to do the website backups, which is really good, you can view vulnerability, you can scan your website. It's really good security plugin, solid security is. We're going to go back to plugins and install the plugins. We're going to go to UpdraftPlus and activate. We are going to press here to start. We're going to go to settings. We're going to set our backups for every day. All right. Because this is a tutorial, I'm just going to go with manual, but you're going to want to use daily for both of them. And you're going to want to keep up to a month of backups. So 28 days in a month or thereabouts. So I'm just going to keep 28. And you click Google Drive or wherever it is that you want to save your backups. And you save changes. Now we're going to be asked to sign in with Google, which is easy. Now, after we've given the permissions and everything, we're going to complete setup and we're good. So we're going to close and we're going to back up now. Now that backup is complete, we're going to close. And the thing I want you guys to notice is that we have a backup file here for this date. That's the date I'm recording this tutorial. But here's the interesting thing. You're going to have several backups. So if you get to today and there's an error on your website that wasn't there yesterday or the day before, you just made an error now, you can literally click restore on yesterday's file, and it's going to restore the website to that version. So that is why you do automatic backups. You do it every day or even several times per day. And you do this because you don't want to go through a month or two of building your blog, getting your blog set up, you're ready to go live, and there's a malware, there's hack, there's security issues, there are errors everywhere, and you have to start over from scratch. That would be defeating. And also, when your blog is live, you need protection, right? You're going to need security. So here's the thing. Now we're going to get to the actual building. So let's close. Come on. Now we're going to actually learn how to design this blog. We can contact. All right. Very simple. I like what's happening here. We're going to about. So there's a lot happening here that I love. We're going to learn how to design this blog. And remember, what we're working on now is going to be linked in the description for a free download. We're also going to learn how to write blog posts. We're going to learn how to monetize your blog and email marketing and the like. So let's get into that. The first customization that we're going to do is we're going to have to, let me show you what we're going to change. Because we showed you changing the colors before, and we showed you changing the font, but we also don't have our logo here. And I'm pretty sure we could add a logo here as well. And then this could be the header, and we can change this color here. So I want to show you how to change these colors on the website. You're going to notice that the same color that is here, there's a variation of it that follows here. And there's a button right here that has the same color as a button right here. So we're going to change up our colors and our fonts, and we're going to add our logos. So to do that, we're going to go back to dashboard, appearance, customize. We're going to go to site identity, and we're going to change our site icon. So the site icon is this icon right here. Let's go ahead and change image. We're going to upload our files. After our file has been uploaded, we're going to select the logo that we're going to use and select, and we're going to skip cropping. And notice it's updated. Go ahead and publish those changes. Now we're going to go to site title and the logo control. Now I don't see a logo, but I'm pretty sure a logo would do well right here in the center. So I'm going to add a logo to see if that happens, and then we go from there. So we just click right here, and let's just select this logo, and we're going to skip cropping to use the entire thing. And it's right here actually, the logo, which is, this is not ideal, I would say. I don't think this is the best thing that could happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this logo. We're going to click right here, and I don't think we can just add the logo like that. Oh, there's a logo right here. So I think the logo is this, with the site title and everything. So here are some options, guys. These are options. So you can leave it like this because I think the font and everything here is beautiful. Let's see if we can, no, we can't copy. So you can leave it like this. All right, you can add your logo. I'm going to leave it up to you to decide. You can add your logo, and you can change the size of your logo. And we perhaps will need to change the size of the font, but we'll get there. Let's go to design, and the font size, we're going to change it from 60. All right, so we can do that. All right, then. And this is the actual website that we have. That's one thing that you can do. You can remove the logo that we had before and just have this, or you can say logo only, and then you move the logo from here to here, and then it will be in the center. So these are things that you can do. I actually like the feel of this. I actually like the look and feel of this. This is actually pretty nice. So I'm going to go back to what we had before. Let's see what logo, title, and tagline. All right, so logo and title alone is really good. And let's see if we do it like this, and potentially do that. And so we're trying to get this to work beautifully, is what's happening. Can then go ahead and go to general. So this could be it. So you see there are options, guys. I want you to choose the one that you like best. I'm having a tough time choosing because I do like the logo and the title that's there, but it's not going to work right there. It might be better here. And if that's the case, then I don't want to have the logo, do I? And the thing is that I can't have two logos because we're using the free version of Kadence. So I want you to go ahead and use whatever version of this that you would like. I think I'm going to stick with this one. We're going to go ahead and publish, but I've shown you different options that you could go with for different design purposes. I'm going to change the social icons. We're on YouTube, so let's go ahead and add YouTube. And nobody uses threads anymore. Let's look for Twitter is there, and WhatsApp. WhatsApp is very popular these days, so let's look for WhatsApp. I don't know if you want someone WhatsApping. I'm actually going to remove WhatsApp. We're going to add email because you don't really want your website visitors to WhatsApp you when you have a blog. That could be hundreds of thousands of visitors per month. So just look for email. You don't see email. Is it there? So I'm going to use custom one and see if I can. So we'd have to add the email icon. To get the email icon, you can go to icon finder and type email. And this could be good. Or this is free, so let's use this one. We're looking for, so the file type here is an image. So we're just going to add the image, download the PNG. After we've downloaded, we are going to head back to here, add the image and upload. And there we go. So that could be it. Or we could use SVG. I think SVG is a lot better because it can change the color of the SVG. So let's go ahead and get the SVG. And now we're going to add the SVG HTML. So we're going to have to copy. See if I can paste it here and that works. That doesn't render properly. So the image works best actually, guys. But it's not going to be customizable in terms of changing the color. But that's that. You know, there are ways that you can go about fixing that. Now, that's that for social icons. Why isn't mail there though? That's the thing. If you guys see mail and I'm not seeing it because I'm just scrolling through, I'm not really. Oh, email is right there actually. There it is. So let's just go ahead and remove item. All right, so we have email and so on. Beautiful. We can change the design and color, which is what we're going to go to next. So let's just publish that. Let's take a look at global colors. And you're going to see something beautiful. So it says colors and fonts. This is part of what's called the brand of your company. The thing that I want you guys to notice is that the color of your website. All right, so we're going to do some changes to our colors. So I'm going to change to palette 2. All right, notice this. Oh, this actually looks pretty good, guys. I like this actually. So you see the color changes the mood. So immediately we go back to palette 1. This is very light. This is very light, easier on the eyes, not so bad. But if you go to palette 2, there is a different look and feel for the website. And if you go to palette 3, it's the same thing. All right. And what I want to show you guys, which is I'm going to keep palette 3, but I'm going to change some colors. We're going to add some greens because it's vegan. And where you can get colors for your website, you can just go to coolors.co. Go to explore trending palettes, and we're just going to grab some greens. All right, so this could be a really nice green. All right, there's that. And this one. All right. And now let's go for a green for the background. Could use this one. And we need another green, something a little bit dark. So this is for the subtle background. So let's just paste that here. And then let's grab this for the darker, for the lighter background. Go right there. And then now we're going to need something absolutely strong for that part. And this is another green we can use. So look at what's going to happen now, guys. And you notice the change, right? So here's the thing now. These colors, so I can go to a lighter green because that's a little bit heavy on the eyes, guys. That's a little bit heavy on the eyes. And this is pretty ugly. This is ugly for a website, but there's a point I want to make. These colors that you're choosing here, these shouldn't be random colors. They should be part of your brand kit, all right? And what is your brand? Your brand is your basically the personalization of your business or of yourself. It's how you relate to your prospects. It's what attracts you to them, what sets you apart. Your colors, your typographies, your tone of voice, the way that you introduce yourself is tied into your brand. Apple has a very distinct brand voice, and part of that is going to be your colors. Now, there is this thing called color psychology, which is what we've been looking at very smoothly, where basically different colors are going to emit different emotions. Now, as you realize, this is pretty bright. So I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to something that's not so bad. So this is a little bit easy on the eyes. When I look at color psychology, it says here that it's a study of how colors affect perceptions and behaviors. And there's a very beautiful picture here that I want to show you guys. If you look at this image right here, it's going to show you that different colors are associated with different brands and they bring different emotions. These emotions are different. Now, if you look at the greens, peaceful growth, health, you have Animal Planet, you have Whole Foods, you have Land Rover, you have Starbucks coffee. These are all companies with green, and they emit the emotion, or they bring the emotion about of peace, growth, and health. Similarly, blue brings a benevolent strength and trust. But you notice that the food brands all have orange, red, and yellow. So Coca-Cola, Kellogg's, Subway, In-N-Out Burger, Five Guys, all of them. Some red or yellow. You don't need to break the trend. You just need to look at these colors. You can look at your competitors and you can find the right color. And that's part of that's just a small part of your brand. The next part is going to be your typography. So I'm not going to save these changes because it's really not that good. It's really not that good. But we're going to look at typography. And remember, I was showing you that the different typographies that you could use change the look and feel of your website. So we have Meriwether here. So what if now we change from Meriwether and we went with Meriwether Sans? You notice it's a different look and feel. It's a little bit more modern now. Meanwhile, with Meriwether, it looks more like what you want it to be. And this is the difference between Sans and normal font. So Sans font don't have these edges that go at the end of the letters. These are called serif. So sans serif don't have them. That's why Meriwether Sans doesn't have them, and Meriwether, which is a serif font, has them. And you can find fonts. So if you look at the best vegan fonts, it's going to give you a list of the best fonts. So you can go to My Fonts. We might find something here that's very helpful. These are fonts that work well with vegan businesses. And you can do the same. Instead of saying vegan, you can say recipe. All right. So you notice all these look plant-like and so on. You can do the same thing with saying restaurant or food fonts. And let's go back. And you can also type in best food fonts. And you're going to see a list of different fonts come up. You can use these, but I guess you can just use a tried and true that's there. Meriwether looks really beautiful for what I can see. You can just go ahead and take a look at this link, for example, and you're going to see different names. You can type in the names right here, but you're going to have a problem if they're not there. All right, so you notice it's not there. Sometimes you have to download the font. You can't download it from here and upload it, or you have to purchase your own font. So for now, I would say go with Meriwether is the best choice. Now, I'm gonna change this up a bit. So I'm just reload because I'm not saving the color that we used just now. Not gonna use that. So close. We're gonna go colors and font. Look at our colors. I love palette 2. Palette 2 is dark and it's easy on the eye. I am not going to keep it though, and I'll show you why. Let me go to recipes. Palette 2 is there now. I think it would work well for a dark mode version, but the blue isn't really working for me. What I could do is I could try to change this blue to a green. So let's go back to colors. So we're going to change this blue to a green. Copy. And we can paste. All right, that's good. And now let's get a darker. All right. And that could be good. So we can use this color, but I think I'm going to be using the default color going forward. So that's going to be it for our branding. Let's just go ahead and close. We have our changes saved, and that's good. Now we're going to learn how to, let's close here. Now we're going to learn how to customize our website. So now we're going to go ahead and edit our website. So let's visit the site. It's going to learn how to build this website. So the first thing that you need to do to actually start building this website is just go to edit pages. And I like the light theme, I'm happy I went with this theme. So what we have here is what you see is what you get. And normally we would use Elementor, but this time we're going to be using Kadence blocks. And I want to show you what I mean. So let me just click right here where it says view page. All right. And I'm going to show you. So this is the page as it's going to be shown across the website. All right. And what we have right here is a canvas. Consider a canvas, and each element on the canvas is a widget or a block in this case. So this would be a block. This canvas has a background image within it. There's space for another block here. Notice you can add block. Let's just add an image. All right. We're going to choose one from our media library. Just going to use a pizza and select. All right. With Civic, what you see is what you get. So this is what you're building on your canvas. If you update it, you're going to notice this is going to be updated. All right, so let's go ahead and refresh, and you're going to see the changes reflected here. The next thing that you can do is you can click on the block and click this option, right? This option, put myself out of the way. And on this option, you're going to see different things that you can do. All right, so you can change the size of the image. All right. You can add alt text. We learn about that in SEO a little bit later. You can also select the styles, and you can do different things. You can make it rounded, for example, and the rounded you can change it a bit or whatever you like. You can add filters and everything, but that's just an option for images. So we're going to go ahead and remove this. All right. You can add a section if you like. Just click right here. You're going to have different blocks. Just drag and drop. So if you drag and drop within each section or a canvas, you can add different options. We're going to add a heading. All right. Just click, and what you see is what you get. So this is a new heading. All right. So we have some options here. We can general, all right, which is align the text center. We can change it to a H3 or H1. Let's keep it at H2. Under style. So it all comes from this option, guys. All comes from this option. Under style, you can change the text size. So the font size is small, or you can go XL. You can also use custom to manually increase. All right. But I prefer to use the presets. So I'm going to go with large, or we had XL before. You can change the letter case. All right. You can change the color. So use one of our theme colors in this case. And you can go to advanced, margin and padding. The space, so there is an outline for this element. The space within the outline, so between the outline and the actual element, that's the padding. So you can go ahead and notice that. That's the padding. And the bottom, you can change the padding as well. So that's the space within, so the outline of this element is here. And the margin is going to be the space outside of it. All right, so let's just take a look at the top. And you're going to notice that. So the space outside of the element is the margin, the space within the element and the actual block. Between the block and the element is the padding. And that's a simple difference between margin and padding. There's a more detailed video below explaining margin and padding. Now that we've added that, we can add another block. We can add a row layout, for example. We're going to add 3 equal parts. 3 equal parts right here. Within each part, we can add a different thing. So we can go ahead right here, and we can add a gallery. You can add, so move myself out of the way. You can add a gallery. All right. You can select images for your gallery. All right. And insert the gallery. All right. Notice that we updated. And if we refresh right here, we're going to see something amazing happen. All right. So I'm going to move myself out of the way, and notice it's right here. And that is how you're going to go about editing, guys. The thing about building websites with WYSIWYG, I'm going to show you. You're going to want to know your blocks. So you can type the name of your blocks to search, or you can scroll through. In this case, I'm going to scroll through. You can add different elements. Then after you've added, so remember, you're going to need a section And within the section, you're going to add your blocks. Whenever you've added a block, let me just scroll down and show you what I mean. You're going to click on your block, and this is going to be the most important button to get you the settings for the block. There are other options that you can look at, like the Kadence options for your color palette, your block visibility. You can also take a look at this option for your page settings, where you can add the header and the footer, and you can remove them, and you can transparent header and stuff like that. But we're not going to be too complicated for now. For now, we're just going to stick to settings and click on the block so I can get the actual settings. All right. And go to block. And that's that. So go ahead and save, because as clicking here, we get the options, and you can change your grid options. You're going to notice it's really fun, guys. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on building the actual pages. I'm just going to go ahead and delete, and I'm going to delete. I believe we had a section here as well, right? One of the things that you can do to easily navigate around, you can click this icon right here, and it's going to show you exactly what you have and take you there rather quickly. All right, so that's something that you can do. Now, clicking on, so we don't know what this is, but it looks like it's a blog post. You can click on the blog post, and it's going to say latest posts. So there's a block here for latest posts, and that is beautiful. You can use this to make different category pages. So let's actually make a category page. So we're going to head back. I should have saved that because I removed the section, but that's fine. First, I'm going to go to posts and the categories just to see if we have any categories set up. We have American, breakfast, dessert, entree. That's good. Let's go to pages, and we're going to add new page. We're going to make one for breakfast items. All right. So we're going to call that breakfast recipes. After we've called it breakfast recipes, we are going to toggle the block inserter. Block inserter. First, let's publish. After we've published, we're going to view. No, we don't need that view page. So let's go back. That's not the view page that we want. We want the one that allows us to keep editing, and then once it's updated, we can take a look. So we need this view page. I'm going to open a new tab. All right. So we're going to choose a block. Let's go right here. We can go with a section. All right. In this section, we're going to add a header. Let's just add a header. We're going to click on this and just drag it in the section. We're going to type it. We're going to click right here. We're going to use the medium size for this one. We're going to click back right here. Let's just look for the posts. So we can look for posts. It says posts list, latest post, archives, calendar. I'm going to click on posts, see if we can sort by category. So these are all of our posts. I'm going to click on the posts and click right here as usual. Select post type, and let's see if we can change by category. Yes, so we can filter by category. It's going to be breakfast items. And now every post that we have that is listed as a breakfast item will appear here. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add another section above here. And in this section, I'm going to go like this. Remember, we are going to add a background image on the style. Background image. Let's add something for breakfast. Where can we get free media files for our online projects? So we need, do not go to Google and type vegan breakfast recipes and then go to images and see this picture. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And save image. That is terrible because you can get copyrighted. Matter of fact, if you click on it, you're going to see something important. Images may be subject to copyright. So if it is, you can get sued. If you must take an image from Google, go to Tools, go to Usage Rights and Creative Commons License. And these are images that you can use on your website for free. So we're going to go through one of these. I think I'll take this one. Let me just click on it and see where it takes us. Get this image here on Pixel. PX here. Let's take a look at the license details. We want CCO, Creative Commons. All right, CCO. So we can use this image on our website. So we can go back and save image. It's going to be really big though. So 9.2 kilobyte. That is actually terrible. So that's not going to be saved properly. Now, where do we get actual good images for our website? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the list of websites that you can go to. The first one is Pixabay. So on Pixabay, you get royalty-free images and stock. So you can get images, videos, so on, illustrations. Another website you can go to is Pexels. So Pexels is another place you can go. We've already visited Icon Finder. So we've already visited Icon Finder. Not all these assets here are free, but you can get free ones. Another place is Unsplash, and another place is FreePick. And here we are. So we're going to go back to Pixabay and we're going to search vegan breakfast. These images are from iStock. You can't use these, but ones that say royalty-free images, everything below the second row you can use, or below the first row you can use. So this is really good. I like that. So here's what you're going to do. Whenever you download an image, you're going to download a small size. 1280 is the ideal size, because whenever someone loads your blog, the higher the image size is, the bigger the image is, the more space it's going to take up, the slower your website is going to be. So we're going to do a few things. First, we're going to download a smaller size. Download. After we've downloaded, we're going to upload to an image compression website. Tiny PNG and Tiny JPG are such websites that you can go to. Notice we've lost 59%, or we saved 59%. The image, the differences in the quality of the image won't be there. You won't even notice it. So go ahead and download. This is a much smaller image. And you're going to notice that you want to keep your images somewhere below 250 kilobytes. So now you're going to go back to your website and you're going to upload that compressed image. After uploading, you're going to do what's called image SEO. SEO is going to be very important for your blog. So here's how you do SEO. You're going to name your image something appropriate. So Trey, this number is not going to tell Google what the image is about. So you're going to give it an appropriate name. Breakfast. Use hyphen between each word, not a space. Easy vegan recipes. All right. Now, after you've labeled your image properly, best easy vegan recipe, breakfast recipe, best easy vegan breakfast recipes, that's the name. You're going to give it an alt text. Now, the alt text is going to be what's going to be shown on your website if the image doesn't load, or when somebody who is visually impaired goes to your website, they can't actually see what's there. So they use what's called a screen reader. When the screen reader gets to your image, it's going to read the alt text. So that's going to tell the visual impaired person what your website is about. But importantly, it's also going to tell Google what your image is about, because Google can see displayed and not know that it's displaying vegan recipe. You can think that it's displaying a plate, or it's displaying nuts, or displaying a white plate or an oval. But you're going to tell vegan what it's about. So you're going to say something that your ideal website visitor would be typing into Google that you want to appear for. Ideal search term or keyword. So this could be something like quick and healthy beginner vegan breakfast recipes. You're going to copy this alt text, you're going to paste it in the caption, or you're going to paste it in the description. And now you're going to add your image. Now you're going to add some, so let's just go over to advanced. You're going to add some padding, all right? And you're going to add, so you can set a custom size. Let's add some to the bottom as well. That's good. And you can click on this and you can drag it right here. You can click and style, general, you can center, you can change the size to Excel, you can change the color to white, and you can go back to the image, advanced, overlay, or is it style overlay, background overlay, add a dark overlay, background overlay color, all right, and you can up the opacity, and that will be good. Now you update. Once you update, you should see the changes right here. So let's go ahead and refresh. And notice the link, breakfast recipes, popular vegan breakfast recipes. Now we add some space between the elements. Just go ahead and click here, and we're going to add advanced, some margin at the bottom. All right, and update. Let's refresh. And once you have more posts, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to go right here. I'm going to go to dashboard. I'm just going to duplicate these breakfast posts just a bit. And the recipe was blueberry buttermilk pancakes. So we can't just duplicate it. So we're going to get a plugin to duplicate posts. So let's go to plugin, add new plugin. We can get the post duplicator, or there's another plugin that's actually pretty good. So we're going to install duplicate page, and we are going to activate. This one is actually pretty good as well, guys. We're going to head over back to our posts, all posts. This one, we are going to duplicate this and quick edit. I'm going to say Redberry, update. We're going to need to publish this is what we need to do. So we have to publish. And I'm going to speed through while I duplicate the post about 2 or 3 more times. All right, we've duplicated several times. Just close and we're going to refresh this page now. You're going to see more posts. Notice they are all here. We can change the featured image, and that's how you go ahead and add a page. And we're going to add this page to the menu. It says breakfast recipes here. I'm not going to add a page here. I'm going to add it on the recipes. So I'm going to go to here and menus, or you can go to appearance menus. We're editing the primary menu. We're going to add breakfast recipes to the menu. Now, breakfast recipes is not going to be here. We're going to add it on the recipes. It's actually here already. So I'm just going to keep it added after the contact page for you guys to see it. Let's go ahead and save changes. And let's visit our site now. So this is not the menu that we just edited, as you would notice. So I'm going to head back to our menus. It's not here. So this is the food primary menu. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go to appearance, customize, so we can find which menu is actually being used in the homepage. Once there, we are going to click on this and select the menu. There isn't a menu selected, so now we can set the primary menu, which is why the page automatically was added. You can publish. Now we have the menu. All right, and we close and visit site, and there we go. All right, that is nice. This is good. Now we have learned how to create a page, add a page to the menu. We can take a look at the page once again. Now we're going to learn how to create a post. To create a post, you go back to your dashboard. You can go to new and post, or you can go to post, add new. There are a few things that you're going to want to have. You're going to need to have a title. So let's just say I don't know if that's really good. We're going to copy. Let's just add a heading. We're going to add a heading. I'm going to close all but one. I'm going to grab a picture from here. See if we can find something for tofu. These tofu recipes are kind of nice though. So I'm going to click right here and download. Remember the procedures, guys. Now we're going to upload. Now we're going to download. All right. Now we're going to add an image. So we can type image right here. All right. All right, image. Upload the image that we just compressed. All right. Remember image SEO, guys, and add it. Then beneath the post, we're going to add a text area. So we can add a paragraph, for example. We're going to add lorem ipsum dummy text and paste. Keep your blog spaced nicely so it's easy to navigate and easy to read. All right. The next block that we want to add is actually the recipe block. So I'm going to search for recipe because there was one, I'm pretty sure. So it says here recipe, and all these green cards are for recipe. So we can say recipe card. Ooh, here's an easier way to do it. Go ahead and publish this post. We're going to keep this as is. We're not going to leave here. All right. Once it's published, let's just view post in a new window. And in another window, we're going to head back to a new tab. All right, we're going to take a look at one of the recipes that came with the actual template. So let's go ahead and edit this one. This is our actual recipe right now, and we're going to model this recipe from this recipe. So let's just go ahead and view. All right, and here it is. So we have all these elements. We're going to want to copy all these elements as is. So here's what we do. On the edit post, we're going to copy this section. So we're going to go right here, scroll all the way to the bottom, and we see that section. We're going to, it doesn't seem like we can just copy and paste like with Elementor, which is what I was trying to do. So I can't paste it. So what we're going to have to do is, we're just going to look at what's here. It's going to say recipe card schema. So we're going to type recipe here, recipe card schema. Going to paste it right here. Recipe image. All right, it's going to be this one. All right, and we can add the ingredients. All right, obviously we're going to need tofu, and we're going to need chia seeds, because I mean it is a tofu chia seed recipe. All right, these are the directions. You can add the video settings in the right bar. So go to video, and you can add or insert from URL. You can add notes, and that would be your recipe. Another thing so that's how to actually type the blog. Now, what you want to do is you want to link to other blog posts. I noticed something also. The header here, no, the header here was beautiful. It says jump to recipe, and we don't have that for ours. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what they've done here. All right, it says jump to recipe. Let's click on that. And I think this is a jump to recipe button. All right, so we're going to go right here, and we're going to add the jump to recipe button. So we're going to grab the jump to recipe button and drop it right there is what happened. Let's see. Put it there and just carry it up, 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 up. All right, that's good. The next thing that was here is the title, text, then image. So title. So you have the featured image. That's what this is. So we're going to go back here to our recipe. We're going to go to post options. We're going to change the featured image. All right, paste that there. We're going to add the categories. It's not uncategorized, it's breakfast. And I'm going to add a category for vegan. We shouldn't need a category for vegan because this should be a vegan blog, but you know what you would do for yours. All right. We can add tags if you'd like. Tofu. So tofu will be a tag here. And I'm going to remove pingbacks. I believe cookie banner should be okay. I don't know. That's all right. And let's update our post. Now let's look at the changes to our post. All right, there we go. So we've got it. Breakfast. All right. Vegan smoke. Jump to recipe. And perhaps just want to add a jump to recipe above everything. All right. Updated. So now let's refresh. Jump to recipe. And it's going to be here. We're going to add the directions and the notes and everything. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, the thing that you need to do is you need to link to other posts in your blog. That's called internal linking. So we add image SEO. We have engaging title. We can add a summary below, but we're going to want to link to different parts of our blog. So we're going to click here and highlight, and a similar or helpful post. Click the link. Internal linking is very important, and we can link to this page and update. That's going to be good for your SEO score. So there's going to be a video posted about how to optimize your website for SEO, and then we're going to do one about optimizing your blog for SEO. You're going to want to watch that for a more detailed tutorial and detailed step, but that's going to be something that you need to do. That's it for this part of the tutorial. I think we can stop right here because the next thing that you need to do is learn about monetization. All right, so you're going to need to optimize your blog for speed. The first thing you're going to do is just watch the videos in the description below on how to optimize your blog for speed. There's also going to be a video of how to add your website to Google Analytics. That's going to be there. Watch that and do those steps. You're also going to want to watch the SEO video that we have posted. You're going to want to watch that. Remember, the files for this website are available for download for free. You can go ahead and download those. And I think you guys have done awesome. This is a beautiful website. I think you've done well. So thank you guys for watching. Take care. Let me actually just remove this section because it's not catchy at all. So close all the tabs to the right. And I'm going to remove this section because, look at it. So that's it for today's tutorial, guys. What I want you guys to do is I want you to just continue editing this template. Go ahead and check the description. There are going to be tutorials on how to SEO optimize your website, how to add Google Analytics, and how to make your website faster. These are going to be important. And we're also going to be posting the tutorial on how to monetize your blog. That's going to be like a really in-depth tutorial because we make a lot of blogs, we make a lot of websites here that would benefit from having blogs. So instead of putting that in this tutorial, we're going to make a separate tutorial about that. So go ahead and hit subscribe so you'll find out when all those videos go live. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. And tell us what to build for you next time. All right, take care.